There's so much passion and so much thought and creativity, and craft that is surrounding, the craft of cooking and the growing of the vegetables and the produce and the producers. There's this unity in our community right now that's happening between people who truly care. And the fact that this project is kind of bringing us all together and looking at us under the same light, under the same lens, and removing what may or may not be seen from the exterior, but just kind of looking at the identity of us as a whole, as a group. It hasn't been done before, and I think that the one thing that we do well in this community is come together, and projects like this are an example of that, where have a lot of friends in the Bay Area that cook, and you don't see projects like this in the Bay Area. I think this creates or it exhibits the identity that we have here in Sacramento as a food culture and its community that is growing and evolving, and really who we are, and it's projects like this that are so important to kind of making sure that that identity is, that we own it, but that it's known outside of our area as well. We all have a role to play that is not just cooking or growing or shooting photos. It really is about our community, and it's really about living in a place where we all love to live and being passionate about it. And as a result of that, I take my position very seriously, and I definitely want to contribute and see change, and I want Sacramento to have an amazing and exciting culinary scene.
It sounds like you kind of get what I'm trying to do, right?
I do.
So in your opinion, what is it that I'm trying to do with this project? From like the surface information that you've received.
I guess I can't sit here and say exactly that I know what you're trying to do, but I think that we're related, and I know what I'm trying to do, and I know what other people around me are trying to do, and I think that what you want to do is, and from what I've heard and what I see, is that you're capturing a process of the evolution of Sacramento's history. Where we are today and where we will be tomorrow will be two different places. It is this process that we're on today that will get us to where we're at tomorrow. And the fact that somebody's documenting that is it's exactly what needs to be happening. The fact that somebody can have that thought and say, this is important, I recognize it, identify it, and maybe it needs to be captured, so that the appreciation will rise, if not today, tomorrow, 6 months, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 50 years, so that we never forget what happens now. And it becomes, our efforts are not forgotten, and our efforts, do lend to a better tomorrow.